Okay, you just got your harness in the mail, you're super excited to get on. What do? You just rip it out of the box like this, gently of course. It's already in shape, so you plop it on just like that. Make sure your mount holes align like so. Now, you go over to your box, you open up your baggie. Get your screws and your Allen key. Start off by hand tightening the first couple threads. Make sure you're aligned properly. Now it won't come off. Just do that. Now bear in mind, we've already done whatever adjustments we need with our air pipes to get everything out of the way. So I recommend doing that before you put your harness on. Again, with this bracket here, just tighten it on, not too tight. And it is simple as that on there. Now behind your starter sub-harness, you have another mount bracket. So take off whatever bolts you may have. And then same story here. Now this one is a little more awkward to get to since it's right underneath that plenum. Okay, that's tight enough. Head over to this side. Get your battery cable out of the way. Make sure none of your wires are too tangled up. Align yourself on this end too. You might have to pull it a bit more taut. Again, just hand tighten your first screw. That should be safe to tighten down with the Allen key. And now your last mounting bracket just goes right here. And you're done. Now, we move on back here. You can plug in your starter sub-harness assembly real quick. You're done. Now when you're installing this section, there's only a few bolts that you need to take off in order to take off your plenum. You have this corner nut. You have a bolt here, a bolt here, a bolt down here under this hose, and a nut on this corner here. Exact same story on the other side. Then the whole plenum will just lift up as long as these hooks are bent out of the way. Now putting on your ground, we also provide a bolt for that. So you just take this and thread it on like so. Now when you're doing your grounds, bear in mind you'll want to take a couple of grounds from the back of each head to your firewall as well to make sure you have enough grounding capability. Okay, now that's nice and tight. That's not going anywhere. And plugging in all of your stuff is very, very simple. Just plug in, Now we've designed this to be as streamlined as is humanly possible. We want to make this as simple as we can for everyone. And remember, so you don't have any interference, plug in your noise filter. Getting your injector in here can be a little tight sometimes. As well as this. Okay, now you have this, that, and now here you have your attachment point for your zip tie. I'm going to grab that real quick. Just try to run it through that hole. Just like so. And do whatever you want with your excess zip tie. Let's go grab some snippers real quick. Just cut off that excess. And now, if you go over towards the front, you have your throttle body connection. You have your front cam. Get this hose out of the way. Now, when you're running this section of harness, you're typically going to want to run it through that cavity there. But for the sake of the video, we're just going to run it through the front, especially since we don't have a pulley belt to get in the way. We've designed this oil attachment so that whether you have the oil plug that's towards the front here or towards the back here, it'll fit either way. So plug that in. Then your left-hand O2 sensor. And that is that side done. So then it is basically just rinse and repeat on this side. Just plug everything in. Make sure that you hear a click every time. Sometimes it's these left and right hand camshaft sensors will not make a noise. That's fine. And here we've added a 1-pin temperature sensor connector. That goes where that bolt is normally. So you may need to add that sensor in depending on your engine. There's your 2-pin for your throttle body. Your last coil here. VVT solenoid. EFI temp. And now, down here, you have your alternator. Snaps in. And then your last O2 sensor. This goes to your airflow meter. We don't currently have the tube on here, but we will put that on before we do the startup video. And then you have your client plug assembly. This is just hooked up to our start stand. Then you have ECU plugs. We will grab our ECU real quick. Just try to keep an eye on which plug is which. It can get a little confusing sometimes. But you'll know when they actually slot in. And now you need your throttle and OBD attachment. Here it is. So now you can just attach your accelerator cable into whatever OBD2 diagnostics tool you have. All of your fuses and relays are already in, running to the circuitry they need to be. And that is as simple as that. It is very easy to do. This is your positive cable for your battery. So here, we just hook it up down there, since that's just for the start stand. You can run your battery wherever you want in your vehicle, and as long as this reaches, just hook it up to the positive. So we have made this as simple as we can. Whether you be just your average Joe or somebody who works on a lot of vehicles. And remember, hook your pipes back up where they need to be. Here we've already closed off everything that we need to. And remember, hook this up to wherever your airflow is. That way you don't have that air leak and you kill your engine and your performance. And then we just need to attach the fuel line and then we'll start up the vehicle.